Hi everybody. Let us continue on from where we left off. I forgot to go through the last concept of the SCADA, so we'll just do this quickly. Last part of session 3. Session 3, beginning with data blocks. We've already discussed the first two, and we're going to talk about global flags or group flags, if I call it that. I'm actually going to leave this section for the next session, session 4, because it's quite involved and I just want to do that properly and in one go. So, okay, let's talk about, we left off with the HMI screen and we said it's one screen and the function keys take up space, and whether you can indicate on the buttons something. Anyway, so let's continue. Right, so what do we want to do on the navigation now is actually do some indication of what's happening. So let me just quickly go to Window Maker. I'm going to open InTouch, open up Window Maker. Right, I'm going to just quickly go and remind you of what the home windows were. Home windows are the graphics that will display when you start up Window Viewer. So we selected Area 1, Navigation, and the title bar. So I'm going to open those three graphics for you. And if you remember, that is what it looks like. So if I literally go down the bottom and I start Window Viewer, there is our group display. There's our home windows. And there is Area 1's graphic. I took the navigation buttons off because I wanted to just start from scratch. Okay, so let's go back to Window Maker. Let's go back here and let's put an Area 1 button on the screen. I'm just going to make it like so. That's a button. And you see the text, reminder about the text. If you go back to the special menu, there are these three quite shortcuts. If you press Control L, it will allow you to edit the text. So if I go and I just press Control L, I can change that to Area 01. And I can then animate it. I can say Show Area 1. And if I go and press Control D to duplicate, just quickly, you see down the bottom, this button is at XY coordinate 19.3. So I'm going to move it with the arrow keys up to a 10 and maybe to 20. So it's a nice orderly boundary. So if I press Control D to duplicate, watch what happens. You see down the bottom now, this has gone 20 to the right and 20 down. So if I hold the Shift key in and I press up arrow, it goes up in 10s and back left, and there it is. I've got the two buttons on top of each other. So when I press Shift right, and I can go and position it. Now press Control L again. Remember, two substitute tags. Change that to 2. Press Control A. I'm going to change this to Area 2. And then I will save the graphic. If I flip back to Window Viewer, and now I can go to Area 2 and we're back where we were. Right. So now let's consider the case where you're on Area 1, but you don't know there's a problem in Area 2 or Area 52 or whatever. So what I've seen happen is you see the operator clicking on every button and he goes click, 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 click. He literally spends his whole life going click, 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 looking for problems. Now that's just very inefficient, and especially if he's been out of the control room for a while and he comes back in, he doesn't know what's happening with the plant. So he has to go click, 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 click to every screen. So let's now make a modification to that, and we will do this we will actually now change the button. First of all, the button is not a very clever animation object. So we will be changing that, but what I want to achieve is I want the border of the button or the object to show in red when there's a warning in the area, particular area, and I want the button to flash when there is an alarm in the area, and I also want to then show some status if the area or group is running or stopped. So I'm just going to go forward. Okay, so first of all, is it good enough just to show an alarm? In my opinion, I don't think so. I would like to know that something is not right and it gives you a warning before you have an alarm and you stop the plant and you shut down. You maybe lose a batch or you change then the temperature goes down or something. It really causes a holding pattern, which now you've got to restart the plant. So we're going to create 4 Boolean tags in InTouch. One for a warning, a group or an area warning, and we want the line to flash red or to show red. And we have an alarm tag when an alarm is detected in that group or area, and the button must flash red. And then we're going to have 2 tags, a group running and a group stop. So when the group is running, the button will be green, and when the group is stopped, it will be gray. So we actually, well, let's go. Okay, so let's talk about, here is Window Maker. And if I go and literally show you the tags, they're special again under tag directories, Control T, another one of those features. So if I just go Control T, now you'll notice something straight away. InTouch has already got some inbuilt tags, and they all got the $ in front of them, and they're all grayed out, and these are all system tags. And they cover things like the date and time on the computer, whether it's logging, etc., where the object is, who's logged in, and so on. So we're going to create our own new tags from now. So let us now go to New. We're going to now create a tag called area 01_war, which is going to be area 01 warning. And I now want to just have a look here. There's a type of tag. See, it's defaulted to memory integer because the new clean InTouch. So if I go to here, we get certain types of tags. Now there's a memory discrete or Boolean, which is built in. It's a tag that exists in the InTouch only. Then there's an IO discrete, which is a Boolean which links a one-to-one relation with a bit in the PLC, a Boolean, either db1.dbx 0.0 or marker 0.0, etc. In discrete, we'll talk about later. Then there's a memory integer, a memory real, an IO, and even a message is InTouch's strings. You can have memory one, which is internal, and IO one, which is going to talk to those strings in the PLC, which we spoke about before. All right, so I'm going to make this a memory discrete, and I'm going to save it. Now, if I literally just go and press New, what's going to happen is it's going to duplicate this tag and it's going to change the number, but it hasn't changed it here. I'm going to just go and update that, and I'm going to save. Now, if I just go to select, you'll see I've created 2 tags. Now I want to create an alarm tag. So I'll just go back to area 1, and I'm literally going to just copy that. And you'll see now, because if I go new, it changes the number. I don't want that. I want to paste back my tag and just put alarm here and change this text to alarm. I'll save it. If I go new now I'm happy because it's changed to 2. All right, so now if I go select again, I've got 4 tags. So I want to go back here. I want to copy it again, press new, V, and paste it, sorry, group run. And that will be group running, save, go new, change that. Save, I'll just go back one. Oh, no, that didn't work. Go back, select group run again, copy it, new, paste, and change that to the stop. Stopped. Save, go new for area 2. And now I should have 8 tags. There they are, all the area 1 tags or the area 2 tags. So I'm happy. Close that. Right, so if I just now if I click, just select that button. Now remember, if I go, you've got the special menu. If I press Control A, it allows us to, it will give us the animation properties of that object. I can double click it. But the big problem, you must just remember, if you double click and you move the mouse, it will move off that button. So the tip is to hold the shift key in and then double click, then it won't move. You see now I've still got the show window. Now, but notice the button is quite a dumb object. You cannot change the line color, you can't change the fill of it, and you can't change the text. So you can change the text on the screen, but on the button, but you cannot change the colors. So all you can do is blink. So that's really not helping us. So I'm going to literally try and make my own button. So I'm going to use a rectangle. I'm going to choose the rectangle over here, go zip, 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 call the rectangle. Let's go back to my button. I just want to see. It's 121 by 31. Okay, it's fine. I'm going to make my, oh, see, it's 121 by 30. Yeah, it's okay. So I can literally go and I select the area 1. So I've got them both selected. I will use the alignment tools, go left and up. And now my rectangle is on top of the button. So I'm going to want to delete the button. So under arrange, there is a send to back and bring to front. I want to send the rectangle to the back. So now the button's in front, I'm just going to delete it. And I've got my rectangle. Okay, but there's no text. So I'm going to go to the text object here. I'm going to click in there and I'm going to type in area 01. Now notice it's not nice and centered. So I'm going to, first of all, that text, I'm going to make it center line. So whatever the text, however long it is, it'll always be centered. Highlight the rectangle as well and use this alignment, which aligns the horizontal and vertical axes. There they are, nice and centered. So now I can go back and I can put the action. Oh no, I want to go to show window, area 1. Now I'm going to do the blink and I'm going to, if I just take that out and I double click here, I can then go and select the alarm and it's going to blink red, full color red and medium flashing. And then I can change the line color and I want to make that warning. And lastly, I want to fill on the group run. Area 1 group run is going to go green. When that's off, it's going to be gray. So I don't actually need the stop, but it can cause issues. So now I've created that. So if I go back to menu here, you'll see there's another option here. Press Control E to substitute the tag. So see, let me press Control A. We've actually done 4 animations. Here's the alarm, there's the warning, and there's the group run. They're all area 01, and that's area 1. So if I press Control E, you see I've got all the tags. That is, I can now modify all the tags, but I'm not going to do that. I'm literally going to go back to this. I'm going to literally just go through all the animations that I've done and just click OK. What Window Maker is doing is actually memorizing what I did. So the next button I do, if I just, okay, I'm going to literally delete this button. So if I go Control and I press D again, oh, that's not helping me. I'm going to group them together. I'm going to do that. I'm going to press Control D. Now I'm duplicated both of them. I can then press Control L, remember, to change the text. And if I press Control E, I can then change area 01 to area 2. I use this replace. I can change 1 to 2. Now this, you've got to be very specific about what you change. If you have two ones in this tag, it'll change every one of the ones. So you then got to use area 01 as a modifier and change it to area 02. So you must be very careful what you are replacing. This one's simple, so we do that. There's one last problem. It's not going to show the right graphic. So I'm going to just click here, change that. Now I've created the similar thing, a button, but I've animated. I've got a fill, I've got a line color. I press Control S to save. And if I go back to Window Viewer, there we have it. There's area 1, area 2, works the same as a button, but now we want to show some status. So I'm going to just go back to Window Maker quickly, and I'm going to use a button to change the state of those memory discretes or booleans. So I'm just going to put make a little button like that. I'm going to make that 01 warning. I'm going to press Control A now. I'm then going to go there and I'm going to change this to warning. And I'm going to use the toggle feature so that it goes on and off. Each time I click it, it will change it from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. So now I can literally duplicate that button, go to the right a bit, do a Control L to replace the tags. I'm going to make an alarm, and I'm going to change the tag to alarm. I don't need to worry about the case because InTouch will automatically correct the case. And I'll press Control D again. Now you see what happened. I had already positioned the first duplicate the right spacing. So when you duplicate again, InTouch just repeats the same spacing. So if you had put something here and you'd gone down and right, it would then go down and right for the next one, down and right, etc. So be careful if you try and duplicate this thing. Now watch what's happening. It's going down and right. It's going off the screen. So if I literally go and I put this here, I press Control D, where is my duplicate? It's actually off the screen. So I'm just going to quickly change the size of this area. Now, okay, it's gone further than 628. So the easiest thing is just to put another 1,000 in front of it. And now I've got the whole screen, and there they are. There are the troublesome 2. Delete them. I can press Control W for the window and take the 1 out. And I'm back to where I was. And I don't have to go look for that object which has now disappeared off the screen. So I'm just going to do that. Now if I highlight all of those buttons and I press Control D, remember it's 20 to the right and 20 down, so I just move them around a bit. Now if I press Control L, all of the ones, oh, you see there's a problem. So I'm literally made a mistake. So I'm going to quickly go there. Let's see what tag I'm using. I haven't even changed that. So that will become now group run, and I'm going to just change that tag to group run. I hope it will fit. Okay, so we've got some text. So if I highlighted this now and I press Control D. Now I want to change all of those 1s to 2s. I press Control L to change tags. Use replace. I'm going to just change the 1 to a 2. Bob's your auntie. Press Control E to change tags, and I'm going to do the same thing, replace 1 with 2. And now all of those buttons will then toggle each one of those tags. So if I just go there, that's the quickest, save all the windows. Be careful what you do here. If you've done something by mistake and you change this graphic and you press that, it will save all of the changes. You want to just do save, you do this, and then it will know which. Let me just do something. I'm going to do Control D and just delete that. Control D and delete that. Now I've actually changed 2 graphics, although I've deleted it. It still thinks you've changed them. So if I go here, see now it's actually prompting me to save both those screens. So I know I don't want to change what I did in area 1. I can take that off and I can literally save only that graphic. When you want to close this graphic, it's going to ask you again to save it, and you say no, and it will not save all your changes. So pretty straightforward. I go back to Window Viewer, and now I can create a warning. Oh look, there's a red boundary on that button. So let's do it on area 2. Well, I'm on area 2. So now you can see, although I'm showing area 2, I can see there's going to be a problem in area 1. So then I can navigate there before the problem becomes an alarm. So now there's a problem in area 1. It's actually caused an alarm and it's faulted, and the plant is stopped, and so on. So we can do area 2 the same, and now the whole plant is stopped. And there we go. So let's just take those off. If area 2 was running, this tag would be technically put in by the PLC, and you'd see a green button, and area 1, and that would show you. So if you had all your buttons nice and green, you know, oh, my plant is running. I don't have an alarm, I don't have a warning, everything's great. I don't have to go navigate, click, click, click to each graphic. So that is what we've done. So now, as homework, just go and look at your plants that you're working on, see how you would have split them up into areas, and see if it does give you some sort of warning or indication of whether a warning or alarm occurs, and see if you could have done it a different way.